Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, and today I am back with another smartphone camera comparison, and you can probably guess it's with the Pixel 5a and matching that up against the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, something a little bit different than what we've done with the past couple camera comparisons. This phone here is a $1,200 smartphone within the premium category, much more expensive than the $450 that Google is charging for the Pixel 5a. The question is, are the cameras on Samsung's device really that much better or better at all when compared to what Google's offering on its budget-friendly device? So let's go out and take some photos and videos with these two smartphones to see how they compare in everyday use. If you're looking for impressive camera hardware, the S21 Ultra doesn't disappoint with its 108 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and then two 10 megapixel sensors for the periscope 10x zoom and 3x zoom cameras. As far as the selfie camera goes, you get a 40 megapixel selfie camera up front that can record 4K video at 60 frames per second, as can all the cameras on the back of the phone. But if you want to take things one step further, the main sensor can also record 8K video at 24 FPS. And I'm sure by now you're well versed on the camera hardware on the Pixel 5a, 12 megapixel main sensor, 16 megapixel ultra wide. Both of those can record 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, while the front facing 8 megapixel camera maxes out at 1080p 30 FPS. Okay, so now that we've gotten the specs of the Pixel 5a and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which I'm using to record right now, all squared away, let's go out and take some side-by-side photo and video comparisons to see if that price tag of the S21 Ultra, $1,200, is really worth it when compared to a $450 smartphone. Let's take a look. This here is a look at video capture from the main sensors on both of these devices, recorded at 4K 30 frames per second. And then we can switch on the fly to the ultra wide cameras as well. Again, both of these recording 4K 30 FPS from both of these cameras. this here's a look at video capture from the front-facing cameras on both of these devices. The Pixel 5a only capturing 1080p video at 30 frames per second, while the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, you're looking at 4K video at 30 frames per second, but it can go all the way up to 60 FPS, which is something that very few devices offer these days. So definitely, if you're looking to capture video from the front-facing cameras, the S21 Ultra is the way to go. And recording in low light situations on both of these devices from the main sensors on the back of the phone, 4K video at 30 FPS here. You can switch on the fly to the ultra wide cameras, get a wider field of view, which is always nice, not having to stop and start recording in order to make that switch. Recording selfie video on a smartphone in the low light situations is never really recommended. I honestly always recommend using the ultra wide camera on the back of the phone for better results. But considering that the Pixel 5a is a much cheaper phone than the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, it's not surprising that the video quality here on the Samsung device is much better than what you get out of Google's device. And that's going to do it for this camera comparison with the Pixel 5a and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments below, and whether or not you think the $450 Pixel 5a is better than the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and which device you would rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing your photos and videos. Stay tuned for more camera comparisons and reviews, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.